As the title of this video suggests, yeah, I got injured shooting this commercial. This commercial had to have photography and video content, and unfortunately for me, I arrived late, and so we had just a couple of, I wouldn't say even a couple of hours, it was just an hour and a half, or probably, let's say, I arrived there around 3 p.m. So let's say I had close to 2 hours, barely 2 hours, to be able to complete this whole project. I did this project in a collaborative form with the brand as well as Kokuvi, who happened to be the photographer on site. So when I arrived over there, it was already started with the photography session, and I put together my equipment real quick with the help of an assistant who went along with me, and for which reason you're able to see some behind the scenes of what happened over there. So when I got there, I had to quickly speak to the client and ask about how exactly she had planned, so I could work it around with what I also had in mind as a concept. So after putting together my equipment, I went over to meet up with the models, spoke to them. We had female and male models, so quickly I assembled them. Some of them, chose some of them so I could sit over there in the small pool that you see me shooting at, and I also had some of them join them, like the party's already started, and some of them are now yet to join them. So that was quickly the concept I put together. The client gave me my free will to do as I please, because she had already sent me a reference material video, and I caught the idea that this has to be something like more of a casual, youngsters having fun and all that. So yeah, we put that together, shot the sequence right over there in the small pool. Then the unfortunate happened. I was shooting, taking my time, filming everything. I was having my eyes so fixed on the monitor I have mounted on top of the camera, and as I was shooting, I had to maneuver my way because I wasn't using a gimbal. It was all majorly shot handheld. I had to be very calculating with my movement. So I was moving, drifting a little bit towards my left. Then all of a sudden, I felt a sharp pain under my foot, my left foot actually. I looked down, and the way that the pain shot through my foot made me know exactly how intense and how severe the injury was. So I let out a cry. I had to bleep it so that I didn't hear what I actually said. I actually cursed. So I let out that cry, and in just a couple of seconds, everyone was startled, and they were also scared because they saw me bleeding profusely. So I had to exit the small pool, sit on top of the edge, and analyze how intense the injury was. Quickly, a guy who happens to be a director, a filmmaker as well, quickly rushed to grab some tissue to press against the wound. As he was attending to my wound, I noticed that the models had such sorry looking faces. They were feeling so bad for me, and I just had to lighten up their hearts, let them know that everything was just fine, because I could still walk. That was what mattered, and because I could still walk, I could still shoot. So it wasn't long before the client also came. After hearing that I had gotten a situation, you know, going on, she came around, and yeah, I explained to her that she shouldn't be so worried, even though she felt so bad about it, because it was her project and she felt that she was responsible for everything that happened. The whole issue was that I suspect that because probably a night before, some party might have gone on over there, and so, you know, maybe shards of glass and some metal, I don't know, it felt like glass. That's what I'm really convinced about even till today, because it cut through, it punched right into my foot, the inside part of my foot, but a little bit off where I actually stepped on, and rather went into the inside. So I don't necessarily press my foot as I walk right onto where it got affected, and I was thankful. In fact, I was actually thankful that it had been me and I could still walk, because if it had been one of the models, it would have, you know, killed the whole spread, and the client wouldn't have felt comfortable going on. But it was me and I could still work, so I had to continue to do that. So this guy who attended to my wound helped me so tremendously well, and the kind of proactiveness that he applied to attending to me, rushing to attend to me to help out, and even went ahead to film some part of the commercial for me over there in the water. Yeah, I can't thank him enough. So that's actually what happened before we went over there to the beach itself and used some of the rocks that were poking out through the waves. I made the model stand on top of it, and they were having fun, and photography was also going on because we didn't have so much time to spare to work one after the other. We could still do it together. I had to avoid the flashes because the flashes will affect the video that I was shooting. So, you know, we had so much fun. And before it got dark, we rushed back to the premises and set up a small party scene, yeah, with the few bottles that we had left. I had to bring some of the bottles home to complete the look, and so we had to manage the little that we had. We didn't have so many samples because already we had exhausted most of them, because as we shot, we had to have the models drinking from the bottles, so we were kind of running out of samples. So the little party went on, and we filmed and we shot pictures. In addition, Kokovi did a great job. I also did my best, and we had just one light happening because I forgot my cable, my long cable for my SL60W. So we worked with my YN300 Mark III, I think, yes, Yongnuo LED panel, and that's what we used for the video coverage. So my assistant helped me out with hoisting the lights over them and pointing them the right direction as I directed him to. And equally, he also filmed some behind the scenes as well for me when he could place the lights on a stand or something, you know. And that's what happened for the entirety of the shoot. So I brought home with me the 3 bottle samples, and I placed them on a glass, a sheet of glass, dark one that I mostly use for my product video and photography, and with some sprays and spreads from the spray gun that I mostly love to do. I always perform that kind of feel to give that perspiration on the bottles and that feel of having a refreshing and a cold feel to the products as I showed them. So with the help of the YN300 Mark III, the LED panel I used over there at the live action shoot, I did the same thing also over here with the bottles, and this time I had 2 of them, one for shooting light through the glass to give that translucency and light up the bottle as well from the top and from the left hand side with the other one. And yeah, I had some assistance from my little brother, and also another assistance from my other brother shooting the behind the scenes so that you guys could see. I had the Godox SL60W that's already lighting up my face in this video. I mounted it right over the setup, and yeah, I filmed, and gladly, I was very happy with the outcome. I put them together, and because I haven't submitted the completed work to the client yet, I cannot show you that. I'll do that once the client approves of the work. Yeah, so basically that's what actually happened. My predicament over there and I was shooting on the set because he had to rush a lot of things. Yeah, still I could emerge out of the whole situation still walking on 2 feet. All right, so that's what happened for the shoot. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel because I put out a lot of video and photography based content over here. I do tutorials as well as, you know, some vlogs that are not consistent with that. I'm here to bring a whole lot more in that regard. So thank you very much once again, and subscribe to my channel once again. Turn on the post notification button so that you always be notified of future videos anytime I upload them right here on my YouTube channel. And until the next video, have a wonderful day. See ya.